last week we had a challenge to see who would send in pictures of themselves doing math to their teachers, and we had a few friends. I want to shout out from the Spartans, Brooklyn, Blake, Jahari K, and Domani. Way to go, guys. From the Huskies, Anton and Zuri. From the Bison, Jeremiah B and Lamont. And then from Fisk, Joshua. Great job, you guys. Today I want to see which class has the most pictures sent in of you doing math with me. So, I have a story for you. I was calling Ms. Stucky the other day because I saw something wild. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unicorns, and I saw 1, 2 dragons when I was coming. Oh, whoops, just kidding. 3, 4. I saw so many magical creatures. I got confused, and Miss Stucky was like, whoa, 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 that is so many magical creatures. And I was like, yeah, I know. Unicorns and dragons. And she was like, wait a minute. I'm going to need to try to solve this to get my number sentence. She was like, I need the pictures to help. I was like, why do you need pictures? She said the pictures help her make sure that she's counting accurately. I was like, okay. So she had her pictures of the 6 unicorns and the 4 dragons. And she said, well, the 6 unicorns, that is one of the parts. That's one of the smaller groups. And so I'm putting it in as a part in my number bond. Then she said, the 4 dragons, that's the other part right there. She said, then to find the whole, you have to count them all together. You have to count them. Yeah. Great job, Kipsters. So let's count them all together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, just like the 10 that popped up in my number bond there. All right, so now we got to think about that number sentence. So when I write a number sentence, I know I'm putting my parts by the plus sign. I'm putting my, yep, to help me remember that, I go parts, plus sign. Say it with me, parts, plus sign. Awesome. All right. So let's think about this now. I know I'm going to look for my plus signs first because that's where I'm going to put my parts. So remember, my parts are 6 and 4. So I've got my plus signs right there. Pew, pew. And now I'm going to fill in my parts. My parts are what again? You got it, Kipsters. 6 and 4 up at the top by the first plus sign. And then 6 and 4 down on the bottom by the other plus sign. And now it's just easy peasy. It's just, we just have to fill in the 10, which is the whole. And remember, my whole is always the biggest number. Filling in that 10. Boom. Look at that. Say, I can do that. All right. Whoops. Let's pause for a second. Okay. All right. So now I know you've got paper and pencil that you're going to be doing this with, but you don't have the plus signs and the equal signs already in there. So I'm going to draw on the board right now to help us do it when we have to put in the plus sign. All right. So to start off, I'm going to draw some math circles really fast to help us remember there were how many unicorns? Yeah, you got it, 6. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got our 6 unicorns, and then we had our 4 dragons. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's super fast. Sometimes it helps me to put numbers in the number bond to help me think. And I'm just going to do a circle and then 2 lines coming out. I don't need that other circle. So my first part, remember, that was, you got it, 6. And then my second part was such good memories. Yeah, 4. And then remember our whole, when we counted everything together, that was 10. So now when I go to write my number sentence, I know I'm starting with putting my parts together at the plus sign. My parts go at the, beautiful. All right, so I am going to start off with 6 and 4. So I'm going to write 6 plus 4. Now this is where I can get a little creative and I can choose to either put my equals 10 here or my equals 10 here. Let me do it twice so I can show you. So we've got 6 plus 4 and then 6 plus 4. So I've got both of these. Now what I'm going to do is on the top one, I'm going to write equals 10 this way. 6 plus 4 equals 10. Or then on the bottom, I can flip it and I can say 10 equals 6 plus 4. It's totally up to you how fancy you want to be. We just want to make sure that we have the parts by the plus sign. We want to make sure we have the, you got it. Put those parts by the plus sign. All right, let's get back to our practice. Okay, so today we are going to practice representing break apart and put together addition stories to 10. And so remember, we're going to listen to the story and look at the picture to identify the parts and fill in the number bond if that helps us. And then we look at the number sentence and we identify the plus sign. Or if you're writing it, you're going to write the parts by the plus sign. Remember, parts go by the plus sign, fill those in. And then at the end, you fill in your whole. Awesome. Okay, next one. So, Ms. Bloom said that there were 8 bison who sent her pictures of themselves reading, and Miss Stuckey said there were 2 bison who sent her pictures of them reading. How many Kipsters were there all together who sent pictures of themselves reading? So now, to solve this, what I'm going to do is first I have to identify my parts, remember? So let me get my little pen. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, uh-oh. It does not want to show up. That's okay. We will draw it together up on my board. Let me get my camera going. All right. Let's get this erased and we can start over. Say erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Oh my goodness. I need a bigger eraser, don't I? Boop, 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 boop. Erase, 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 erase. All right. So our first problem. So Ms. Bloom said there were 8 bison and Ms. Stuckey said that there were 2 Fisk bulldogs. So I am going to draw 8 math circles for those bison. So we've got, count them with me, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those are those bison. And then we've got 2 Fisk bulldogs. 1, 2. All right. So I have my math picture now. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to think about that number bond. Draw the number bond really fast. So for my parts, what was that first part? Yeah, you got it. It was 8, those 8 bison, and then we've got the 2 bulldogs. So my parts I know that I'm filling in are going to be, that's right, they're going to be 8 and 2. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in. We've got 8 and we've got 2. And now, before I even go on to find that whole, I'm going to start writing my number sentence so I don't get tricked. So I know that my parts always go by the parts go by the plus sign. You got it. Parts, plus sign. All right, so we have 8 plus 2. All right, so now to find my whole, we need to count it all together. We need to count it Beautiful. Let's count together. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. You got it. There were 10. So now I'll let you decide how fancy you want to be. Do you want to put 8 plus 10, 8 plus 2 equals 10 here, or 10 equals 8 plus 2? I'll show you both. 8 plus 2 equals 10, or I can have my 8 plus 2 and then write 10 equals at the beginning. How fancy were you? All right, next problem. Now we have the Spartans and the Huskies. So Ms. Jameson told me that she had 6 Spartans send her pictures of themselves practicing their sight words, and Ms. Jones said she had 4 Huskies send her pictures of them practicing their sight words. I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to let you try and solve this on your own. If you need more time, you can always pause the video and then check in with me when I'm putting in the answer. Remember, you're thinking about what are the parts, where do the parts go, and what is the whole. All right, I'm going to go over the answer now. If you need more time, just pause the video and then start it back up once you're ready. All right, so when I'm thinking about those parts, I know I'm grouping the things that are the same together. So I've got all of these Spartans here together. So I'm going to circle these. Now let's count them together. Let's see if the number of Spartans you counted matches mine. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 Spartans here. That's our first part. And then let's see, let's count the Huskies. I'm going to circle them just so I don't forget to count everything. I know the Huskies go together because they are all the same. All right. Let's count those Huskies now. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. So we've got 4. So our parts are 6 and 4. Now, what am I going to do? Yeah, I got to circle that plus sign. I have to circle I'm going to fill in my numbers. Or if you're writing on your own, you're just going to write the parts plus the parts. So we've got, say with me, 6 plus 4 and 6 plus 4. Now I know that I just have to go and I have to figure out what my whole is. I have to figure out what my, and so when I figure out the whole, I do what? I gotta count it all together. I gotta count it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So our whole is, So I'm going to fill it in my number bond. And then I'm going to fill it in my number sentence. So the first number sentence says 10 equals 6 plus 4. And then my second number sentence is going to say 6 plus 4 equals 10. Say, oh yeah, if you got that. All right, next problem. Ricky has 10 space toys. He has 7 rockets and 3 astronauts. Go ahead and fill in your number bond and number sentences to match. See how fancy you can get with those number sentences. I'll fill them in a minute and see if you match. Remember, you're thinking about those parts and what is the whole. I see some of you are circling that plus sign so you don't get tricked, or you're putting your parts by the plus sign. Way to go. All right, I'm going to go over the answer now. If you're not done, just pause the video and start it back up when you're ready. So the story said that there were 7 rockets and 3 astronauts. I can see that those are my parts because those are the smaller groups within the whole. So I'm going to fill out my number bond first. 7 and then 3. And I know my parts always slide into the hole. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to circle my plus sign so I don't get tricked. And I'm going to write 7 plus 3 and 7 plus 3. And then they're, of course, giving us the whole, but we can also count for it. The whole was, so I'm just going to go into the number bond and fill in 10. And in my number sentence, fill in 10. And we have our answer. All right. So last one. Let's see if we can get everyone to do this. And remember, your teachers are looking for those pictures. Who is going to win the homeroom challenge? Will it be Fisk? Will it be the Huskies? Will it be the Howard Bison? Will it be the Norfolk Spartans? I can't wait to see. So this problem says Bianca has 4 pigs and 6 sheep on her farm. She had 10 animals all together. Go ahead and bonus if you can get the 2 number sentences along with the number bond. All right, if you need more time, you can pause the video, but for everybody else, I'm going to go over the answers right now. So the story said that Bianca had those 4 pigs and 6 sheep on her farm. So I'm just going to circle the 4 pigs really fast to help me see that that is the one of my parts. And then the other part was, brains are so big. The other part was 6. So in my number bond, my parts are 4 and 6. And then I know that my parts go by the, you got it. You're probably like, stop, Ms. Libby. We got it. The parts go by the plus sign. So just so I don't get tricked, though, I'm going to circle those plus signs because I don't want to write 4 equals 6 here. That wouldn't make sense. So I'm going to have 4 plus 6 and then 4 plus 6. And I know that my whole, it said she has 10 animals altogether, so I'm going to fill in my whole in the number bond and then fill in my whole here. All right. If you got that, we're going to go ballin', 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 we're on fire. All right, that's it for today. Kipsters, I can't wait to see, is it going to be Norfolk? Is it going to be the Huskies? Is it going to be the Howard Bison? Is it going to be the Fisk Bulldogs? Who is going to win that homeroom challenge today? Oh my goodness, I think Mr.
Go Spartans!
Well, we know who Mr. Spartan wants to win. Bye. Have a great day.